Hello everyone, I'm Faded Oasis. Thank you for tuning in my stream here on twitch.tv/Faded Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/@Faded Oasis. Today's another Maker Monday, and I am yet again tired. I don't know why I'm always tired on Mondays. Uh, who knows? Maybe it's my sleeping habits. Maybe I don't realize that I'm going to bed late on Sundays or something. Today, Maker Monday, I'm picking up from where I was last week, where I was making the July Hanafuda card, which is this large red ribbon sitting on top of bush clover. And I've glued most of the pieces, but still have all these to do. So that's where we are. And then, after that, after I finish gluing and adding the line work and dots around, I will be making this 3D cardboard model kit of a blue whale, which should be fun. This is just something I picked up while I was in Seattle. I saw it and I said, ooh, that would go great sitting on my bookshelves on my set, just randomly back there, because, you know, Glass like to put whales in our theme park in Parkitect. So, and it looks like a 20 to 30 minute thing that, I mean, I'm probably going to be going slow. It might take a little longer than that, but first, we'll finish up the Hanafuda card. I forgot to give myself leg room. 1 second. I'm just going to mute my microphone. There we go. Much better. I can get right up in here. I keep a few, like little plastic drawer cabinets below this side of the desk. Just need to move those out of the way, and they make a terrible scraping sound on the floor, so I just wanted to spare you from that. Alright. So, as I was doing last week, I'll be following the Wikipedia version of this artwork, which you can see right there. So it has fewer leaves than the Nintendo artwork, a lot cleaner line work, and slightly different like dot patterns and branch patterns. I guess I'll get to it. At the end of last week, I remember I scraped off the top of this glue stick to make it a lot easier, hopefully a lot easier to work with. Right, so I've done all 3 lower branches. I need to do the top. The top one has 7 red and then 3 gray. And then the bottom one has a 5 red and 1 gray. I have a lot of extra gray for some reason then. And an extra red. Did I count wrong or did I do things wrong? I didn't add a second one up here. I didn't have room. Okay, that's fine. That's why I've got 1 extra red. That's fine. I've got to squish the art to make it work anyway. So, take up all these little red pieces. Let's arrange everything first. Go with that one up here. I should have put a book on this last week because the curl from the glue is definitely going to affect what I'm doing here today. Okay, 3 on each side. and the 3 gray. 1 on the top. Oh, my monitor's doing its bad thing again. I have a weird 3 monitor setup where, because my graphics card only has 2 actual ports in it, HDMI or DVI port, or not DVI, display port. My third monitor is an old Dell piece of crap that I have vertically, and have a USB to VGA adapter that is failing, I guess. Hey Destiny, how are you? Alright, that looks good. I guess we'll glue these before placing the lower branch here. Fine dowel, tweezers, maybe another set of tweezers as well. I don't need my knife. I think this should be it. Still getting through Legend of Zelda Ocarina. Does it reset your maximum life to 3 hearts, or just you come back with just 3 hearts? I don't know how Ocarina works. I never got that far in it. Alright, definitely used too much glue on the first one. It was a good start to the stream. Yeah, it'll be fun. Does that game not have a way of increasing your max hearts, or is it... I don't know. I guess maybe fairies and potions could be the ways that you're supposed to increase max hearts. So if there are enough of them, or they're obtainable kind of easily, relatively easily, then you probably wouldn't need an increase in max hearts. Oh, okay. You're at 13 out of 20. But every time you die, you reset with only 3 of them filled. Got it. I mean, the easy solution there is just stop dying, but... but I understand that that can be hard in some games, especially in older games. I feel like there's a level, or there are like certain Nintendo games that are much harder than they would make today's games, like Zelda. I don't know if the Mario series has gotten easier or if it's just that I've played enough platformers that my skill has increased from when I was young playing Mario 3 on the NES. Oh, okay. That's so if it doesn't teach you about um what the weaknesses are, and you have to figure it out by trial and error, dying every time. That would be rough, I guess. There we go. Dying sending you back to the start of the dungeon is definitely something that makes sense in a game back then, but doesn't make sense in a game today. Well, I guess not. If you look at like the Souls games, dying sends you all the way back to the last campfire, right? So you'll have to make your way to the boss again. Although maybe you've unlocked pathways to get there faster that might not exist in Ocarina of Time. The 3DS version adds a new hint system, only accessible in the Temple of Time, so you have to go all the way out. I guess that seems fine because it means that you're less likely to just rely on it for everything. Like if the hint system is too easy to use, you might fall into a habit of just always using it immediately and not actually like trying to solve any puzzle yourself. So having to leave and go walk across the map to get all the way to a certain place for a hint is kind of just like a deterrent to always using it. Although I guess it might mean that you become more likely to before you even go into the temple, go get a hint because you're already at the hint location. Or before you go in a dungeon. Just because of how much of a pain it is. So you're less... So you maybe it's a bad thing because you might fall into a habit of learning about the boss before you encounter it, which is not really what they intended. It's fire and ice themed, so you think ice and fire arrows would work. If it's fire and ice themed at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily think that. I don't know what its weak point would be, but I don't know. Now let's arrange these. Let's pick them up first. Right at the top. And then it has 2 red on this side and 1 gray on the other side. Which feels weird. That's what Nintendo has too. I don't know why, but we'll stick with that. Oh, 2 sisters, 1 is fire and the other is ice. Okay, so then, yeah, the first thing I would do is shoot the ice one with a fire arrow. But also, if I'm that late in the game, I might... I'll still shoot the fire arrow, but I would also suspect that there's going to be something trickier going on than that. So I wouldn't be surprised when the fire arrow doesn't work. But it's still true. I was thinking earlier in the week. Let's not use that one. Let's use this one. Of what got me into video games, because it's kind of a giant part of my life. And I guess I can go over the story. I don't know if I went over this, of how I was introduced to video games. So, my parents owned a small business with, like, at the time like 3 other employees or something. It was mostly just a way for, well, like my dad wasn't, he was doing like the actual work that other employees were also doing, so it's not like he was like CEO managed the company thing. But they just like, had other employees because they couldn't do everything themselves. My mom did like receptionist slash secretary work of scheduling appointments and taking phone calls, talking to whoever happens to show up, accounting, that sort of thing. But my mother had there was a second receptionist there just so my mother could like take breaks and someone else could answer the phone. I swear this story is related to video games. My mother, I don't know what exactly happened. But I knew that the other receptionist's son had a whole bunch of video games. And something must have happened that he got super grounded or something, because very suddenly, out of nowhere, my family had an NES, 2 controllers, 2 zappers, and probably 24 games. Just all at once. And I know, and like a large storage case for something, and like a whole bunch of like different accessories. So this was someone's collection that they no longer had. I bet it's that the kid got super grounded and it's like, nope, we're taking away your video games, and then they ended up in my family. So the first actual time I played a video game that I remember, my eldest cousin was over and was trying to teach me how to play Super Mario Bros. 3, which has an overworld map that you go as the level select, and then you play the level. But I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5. I didn't really understand the concept of the overworld map and the levels. I thought that the overworld map was the game. So after a while of him showing me like, okay, here's how you get into a level, I was like, okay, what the hell is this? And the first Goomba ran into me and I died, because I had no idea what I was doing. So my cousin was like, okay, let's go to something simpler and put in Super Mario Bros. 1, which doesn't have the overworld, so I wouldn't get confused. He's like, here you go. Here's, this is the jump button, this is the run button, use the arrows to move, and it took me a while, but I remember being so happy when I jumped over, not even stomped on, jumped over the first Goomba. I was like, yes, I did it! And then my cousin's like, great, there's a whole level that you still have to do. Destiny's first game was Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. First game you ever owned was Sonic 06 for the 360. My apologies, my condolences. Yeah, if there's anything I can do to help you recover from that. I don't think I've actually ever played any Spyro games. I didn't own. So I had the I had the NES, and then for one of my birthdays, I believe, I got an SNES and like 2 or 3 games, and I never had a lot of games for the SNES. And then my family got a Nintendo 64. because I was bad at sharing the SNES with my brother, and my mom was like, okay, no, this is going to be for both of you. And then my brother got a GameCube and a PS2. And then when I was at college, I bought a Wii and a PS2, a used PS2 Slim, because I discovered Guitar Hero and wanted to play it. And Guitar Hero 3 wasn't out for the Wii yet. Oh, also Katamari Damacy. I think those were the two. Oh no! I remember now. I bought a PS2 so I could play Dot Hack. Because I owned the Dot Hack games, but had to play it on my brother's PS2 when he wasn't playing something. So I bought a PS2 for Dot Hack, and then also bought a Katamari game and a Guitar Hero. You couldn't even get past the first level of Sonic 06? Yeah. Yeah, that game's not good. I've never played it myself, but I've seen it be played, and oh, that does not look like a game that you want to play. But yeah, I didn't own a non-Nintendo console until college. And that's not because, like, I was a Super Nintendo fanboy or anything. That was simply because I didn't have friends outside of my family who played video games, so I just didn't know anything about them. Like, that I had very, very few friends who to talk with video games about. Talk with about video games. I knew the Sega Genesis existed because I went over someone's house and they had one. But, damn it. But, like, the few other times that I went over someone's house and they had other games, it would have been, like, other NES games, and I was just like, oh yeah, it's just other games. So I thought that's what that was, I guess. Also, I tried playing Sonic the Hedgehog and couldn't understand what the hell was happening because everything was moving so fast and I kept dying. So. And then we just played Tetris on our Game Boys. Right, I had a Game Boy too. And I had a link cable and would play competitive Tetris against... I guess this was a different receptionist's daughter. Man, my parents' business went through receptionists. You just share your 360 with your sister in high school. You decided to buy bulk 3... Yeah. Oh, so just because you played a lot of 360 games, you basically took control of the 360? I didn't own a 360 until I came home from college. And I bought, like, the cheapest model because I had already, Yeah, because I wanted to buy Rock Band stuff. There we go. She had a PS4, and you stuck with the old school Wii, 360 DS, and then later 3DS and Wii U. I think the original DS was the first video game system that I bought for myself, because that would have been my first year of college. It was between years, because I had a temp job, and I used that money to buy a DS. And spent probably way too long trying to convince myself that Super Mario 64 DS was a good game. That's probably just because I love Super Mario 64 so much that I was excited to finally have a way to play it like handheld. And then you boot it up and you start playing as Yoshi. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's not Super Yoshi 64. I'm pretty sure I beat Mario 64 DS, but probably never 100%ed it. I definitely got all of the stars that were unchanged from the first game. Probably didn't get all the new stars. Two copies of 64 DS. Let me tell you, the American version of it's not better. Yeah, the mother games are definitely very rare to find. They might not be worth as much anymore now that... Wait, which one was Root? I know one of them came out on Switch Online. Maybe Mother 1 hasn't been... I don't remember. I don't know, I never played Earthbound as a kid, so I kind of didn't... I'm not too knowledgeable about that stuff. I know that, like, Earthbound is Mother 2, and that 1 never really came out in English. Oh yeah, you told me, you mentioned that you bought the coins separately. That's a good find, completing a collection like that. A partial collection that you got the parts for cheap. Need scrap paper. There we go. You still need the CD for it to be deleted. Okay. Yeah, so now just finding the... I assume the game CD without the case. You could probably pick that up at some like local like a game reseller or something, or maybe eBay. Am I covering up what I'm doing? Yes, I am. Move everything out of the way here. Put my tweezers away. I don't need them anymore. Oh, the music soundtrack CD. Okay. I don't know that I have any collections of, like, special editions of a game. That's not true. I have the Iconoclasts physical edition that came with a box that looks like an SNES box. An SNES game box. And I have all the dot hack games, but I don't have and like all the they all came with a um an anime DVD in them, but that's not a separate thing. So I don't know that I would call that a collection. Trying to think of any other special editions I have. I don't think I have any. Hmm. Yeah, every collection of items that I have, I don't think it's like a special edition or anything like it. Like, I've got Pokemon Heart Gold plus the Poke Walker, but it came with it new. So that's not really like a collection or a special edition. That's what the game was. Wii Party U, which came with the additional Wii U stand. There we go. Oh, every gray leaf has a line going through it. Um, yeah, even like all the hardware that I have, none of it's special edition. I guess I do have the Beatles version of the Rock Band guitar, but that's just because I bought Rock Band Beatles with the guitar. I guess the base. I don't know. Was the Rickenbacker a bass or was it a guitar? Um, I don't. Wow, I am so. I don't even remember which member had the Rickenbacker. Hold on. I'm doing a Google. Was it Lennon? Yeah, okay, it is John. It is modeled after John Lennon's Rickenbacker. Or is it George Harrison's Rickenbacker? Wait a minute. John Lennon's one of a kind. Yeah, okay. No, it's modeled after Lennon's then. And I really didn't have like I looked at I bought it because I liked the look of the guitar. I didn't buy it because it was associated. Oh my god. I get to ban someone. That's cool. And then I'll have to figure out how to. I deleted the message, but now I need to figure out how to get. I'll just ban them later. Oh, I can do it here. Hold on. Ban user. There we go. That's cool. I haven't had to do that in a while. Yeah, so I bought John Lennon's Rickenbacker for Guitar Hero. Not Guitar Hero, for Rock Band, Beatles Rock Band. Not because it was a Beatles guitar, but because I liked the look of it. And I actually really like how the neck is not as deep as the other Rock Band guitars. It means I can hold it better, or it's easier for me to hold it. Or maybe I've just gotten used to it after playing on it for so long. You also own Wii Music with the sleeve. I'm not sure that a sleeve counts as something special. The dongle connects to cart. Oh, yes. Oh, that's something I do have. So the 360 Rock Band guitars only connect to the 360. But then they made Rock Band 4 for the Xbox One, which is a terribly named console. So they put out a small box that plugged into a USB port that allowed 360 controllers to connect to the Xbox One, but Microsoft only allowed it to work with Rock Band controllers because they didn't want people to just use their old 360 controllers to play Call of Duty or whatever. But in order to be interested in that, you needed to first buy Rock Band 4, and then not rather than buy a new guitar for Rock Band 4, say, I already have all of these plastic instruments, I'm just gonna buy the adapter. The versions exclusive to the Wii and the PS2. Let's see. Okay, let me go through my whole rhythm game, or my whole plastic guitar history. I had Guitar Hero 2 on the PS2, and then Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii, with its super weird guitar that you had to embed the controller, the Wii remote, into the guitar. And then there was like a window in the front that you could press the buttons through. It was very weird. Then I finally bought a 360. My friends had Rock Band 1, and I thought it was great, and we hung out a lot in college, so I got to play it there. But then moving home after college, I'm like, I want to play more Rock Band. Bought a 360, bought Rock Band 2, and then like a used copy of Rock Band 1, just so I could get the extra songs. Eventually bought Rock Band 3, and the keyboard, and my friend bought the Pro guitar that has like 100 and some odd buttons on the neck for all the frets. Is that on my set? Hold on. It is. It is on my set. By one of the Rock Band or the Guitar Hero arcade machines? No. I never played that stuff. Let's see. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So it's got 17 times 6 buttons. That's let's see, 35, 42 plus 60, 102 buttons on the neck. And that thing is challenging as hell to play. It's a lot of fingers needed. No, it's supposed to mimic... Here, you know what? Let's switch over here. And why is my music stopped? There it goes. So that guitar right there, that red one with the all the buttons along the frets, it's supposed to mimic having 6 strings on all of the frets. So you're playing it as if it's a real guitar. So you're holding down, I don't remember what any of the chords are, but it's a lot. Let's go back here. But yeah, I tried playing it. Who needs a guitar when you have digital guitar? So, several companies tried to do video games where you're playing a real guitar, like Rocksmith. Rocksmith had an adapter that would just plug into a real electric guitar. So instead of plugging your guitar into an amp, you plugged it into the adapter into the video game. And it would just play the real guitar along with it. It would have tracks like the note highway stuff, where it would tell you which buttons to press and everything. I never owned Rocksmith or played it or anything because learning guitar was never really why I played that game. I played it because it was a fun rhythm game with music that I liked in it, and I had played a lot of rhythm games before, and there's some okay music, but there was never anything, actually some great music in some of those, but it was never songs that I had already liked. It was always stuff that, weird techno or house music or something, or stuff from Japan that I've never heard of any of it, and I'm playing through like frequency or amplitude, and I'm like, wow, all these songs are pretty good, but I don't know who any of these people are. Okay. Yeah, I think the hardware for Rocksmith might be hard to get because it has the same issue as the Rock Band 360 to Xbox One adapter, where you already need to be invested in this game to want this part. So not a lot of them were actually sold. And it turns out that people don't want to use video games to learn guitar, they want to use video games to have fun with their friends. And then, yeah, that goes back to why I like Rock Band. It's a rhythm game. I'm playing this adaptation of a guitar that only has 5 buttons and a strum bar. It's not a real guitar in any way. It's just shaped like one. There we go, that's all the leaves. So now I just have to do the dots that I'm not sure what they're supposed to represent, if it's like pollen or something. Alright, so kind of spread out, not really that close together. Stay away from the ribbon because that's the central focus. Alright. Pretty decent at rhythm games. Yeah, like if you like the music in Guitar Hero or Rock Band, I would recommend it. If you can find some cheap hardware. I should definitely have scrap paper under this, because this is definitely going to bleed through in some places. Clone Hero. I've heard a lot about Clone Hero. Have not actually ever played it. I would need to figure out a way of hooking up my equipment to my PC, which I'm sure is just like a piece of hardware. Actually, might have an old dongle that allows me to connect 360 controllers. I wonder if that works with Rock Band instruments, or if there's some like special protocol that the instruments use because they have a different number of buttons. Yeah, definitely bleeding through the paper here. You can barely see it, but I definitely see it. There are a lot of good other rhythm games, though. I don't know that I've... all the Hatsune Miku games are great. Groove Coaster is a fantastic port of the arcade game. That's on the Switch. That's great and simple. Let's see, there's Osu, which I have the original and sequel and Elite Beat Agents on the DS. Those games are fun. The story in Osu is fantastic. You play as a cheer squad whose job is, when someone calls because they are in dire need of help, you show up and you cheer for them. And then they are able to do whatever they wanted to do or solve whatever problem that they had. And that's it. It's a fantastic game. Alright, you're heading out, Destiny. Have a good night. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for chatting and everything. I believe this is finished. I don't see anything else that needs to be done. I think that's pretty good. The dots up top are a little sketchy, but I think it's fine. I like it. So yeah, that's gonna be this. So I am going to put this in the frame, put it on set. I'm going to take a break, actually. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to put this in the frame, put it on set, flatten it out and everything. Actually, is this... Yeah, it's dry. And then I'm going to come back and build this Blue Whale cardboard 3D model kit. And that will also end up on set, as all the Parkitect stuff. So stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. See you after the break. And I'm back. Hello, everyone. I'm continuing on with Maker Monday. The first half of the stream was the Hanafuda card for July, the red ribbon in front of Bush Clover, and I just need something to do for this second half, so I bought this Blue Whale cardboard model kit, and I'm going to build this. It shouldn't take too long, I hope. This says fun, a 20 to 30 minute craft activity. So hopefully that's correct. I have opened it up to just look at it, and I noticed that there are no instructions in the box. There's this ad card of a whole bunch of other animals that you can buy. A single push pin, which I believe is the eyeball. There we go. Here's our glue. Water soluble and safe. Non-toxic eco glue. But yeah, there's no instructions in the box. The instructions are on the box. So put whale together like that. And like that. So I'm going to be depending mostly on that, but it seems pretty straightforward. Pop out segment, glue it. We have all these different cardboard panels here with pre-cut sections, mostly pre-cut, just stuck with like one or two little things. So I guess we start at the center. This card is not cut all the way, and that's by design because L1 and R1 are the center of the whale. So I just need to figure out where it's stuck and pop it out. There it goes. Stuck in the mouth. There we go. Oh, two more. There we go. So yeah, this will get glued together like that, and then I stick a supporting rod through there, basically. So then the directions for how to glue are in the lid here. Please apply the glue as thin as you can, okay? This is fun, a 20 to 30 minute craft activity, easy assembling sequence, safe, eco-friendly, non-toxic glue included, and learn. Enjoy the fun facts. It's good to know that this is learn. Now, I don't want the glue to ooze out when I press it together, but I don't have a reference here for how much to use yet. So I guess that's fine. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, that seems fine. It looks like it's getting just barely to the edge. Alright, so then I need the A right here. This A stick. And that looks like it just goes through and doesn't get glued. It's basically a tight, almost perfect fit. Okay, once it's in, it's a little bit loose, but it's a good supporting rod. Alright, and then I build up L side. So I need to find L2 right here. Yeah, just glue every layer and then stick it on. Alright. Simple as. I think that's enough. There we go. Alright, L3. Right here, 3 and 5. Actually, I'm just going to pop out all of these. And over here we have L4. There we go. So L3. Well, it looks like there should be 2 push pins. I'm just looking ahead. I just looked because the L9 that I punched out has a hole for that eye, so I was wondering when I actually have to put that in. Open this up. Make sure that there are 2. There are. Oh, they're just marbles. They're not push pins. Okay. I'm going to put them back in the bag so they don't roll away. That's thick. Spread that out a little bit. I'm not to be trusted with liquid glue, I guess. I guess I could be using my glue stick for this, but... There we go. something I noticed is for the what are these? They're not teeth. The filter things on the front. They don't. Each layer doesn't necessarily connect, so if you look through, you can see the glue that I've been leaving. So I'm going to keep that in mind as I'm trying to apply glue and not put it anywhere where there isn't a previous layer to stick on. I mean, it'll all be hidden up because as I'm building up the right side, it'll all get covered. Alright, I need to find L6 through 8. There's L7. L6 and 8. And 10. Oh, and then 8 has a big warning of, like, here's where to put the marble. The eyeball. I'll leave that in there. Alright, L6. There we go. Alright, L7 has a hole for the eye, but not the instructions on this is when you put in the eye. 8 specifically tells you put it in now. So I'm assuming that 9's hole is just large enough that the marble will no longer fit, but that you can still see it through it. Actually, are they different sizes? No, they're not. Okay. Oh, but 10 has a smaller eye for it. Okay, that makes sense. So it doesn't... Oh, the box does say to glue the eye in. Okay. Alright, I have one eye. I'm gonna put glue down in the hole. There we go. 9 goes right there. And then 10 will go on top, like that. Oh, and it says I have to bend this part of it. Let me make sure. Yeah. There's like a cut there, supposedly to make it easier to bend directly where they want you to. There we go, and I'm just gonna scrape, I'm gonna actually get my tweezers and scrape some of the glue off. Because I did apply a little bit too much in some places. Oh yeah, after it dries slightly and becomes very slightly tacky, that's when to do it. I'm definitely gonna have to wash these tweezers afterward, but I think after all the glue stick I used, I'm gonna have to anyway. Ah, nice clean removal on that. There we go. Half of the whale. Almost. I know it's missing the tail, but... Okay. Now, right side in much the same way. No, I do just lay up to layer 5. And then I do the tail, and then the rest of it. And then the puff of, I guess, water vapor coming out of the top. So, I need 2 through 5. Not on that one. Not on that one. It's 3. 5. Two and 4. And tail. So that one's done, that one's done. Alright, start with 2, and I'm not going to do this section because it doesn't actually stick to anything. That should be good. The whale fell over. There we go. I do like the tab in the middle, make sure that everything's aligned. It's a good idea. When you start getting to the outer layers, it shows the like the outline of where the next piece goes, but if they did that with all of them, it could definitely cause some like very misaligned looking pieces. Or layers, I guess. Alright, good so far. Hey, Starbriar, thank you very much for that raid. How are you? How did the city's skylines go? Did everything crash and burn when you lost all your money? I also forgot to ask if you had natural disasters turned on, so did a tornado come through? You have proper income now? That's great. Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Faded Oasis. I stream 4 days a week. On Mondays, like today, I do some arts and crafts or building, model kit building or something. This is a 3D cardboard blue whale kit that I'm building and will display on my shelf. Oh, get the glare out of there. There we go. And it's like a very simple kit. Don't have the natural disasters DLC. Was that DLC? I thought it was just an option that you had to turn on. Maybe it is DLC that I just always play without because it ruined everything. But yeah, this is going well. Earlier in the stream, I finished my Hanafuda papercraft art. I'm doing one Hanafuda card per month, and this is July's. Red ribbon in front of a bush clove. So this is going to sit on my shelf for the rest of July. Yeah, but I'm working my way through this whale. I just finished R5. So now is the tail. Okay? And it does get glued. So how does this... Okay, there are slots that it just snaps into. Do I need glue? can't even get it on. How do you get the basics to get into papercraft? So, I started with to get into papercraft, I started trying to get into origami and failing miserably. And then found instructions for like, here's how to build small figures, and like just print out this page and cut out the piece, and then glue it together like this, and now you have, you know, a tiny papercraft 3D globe or something like that. I started with that a while ago. More recently, I was looking for something to do, and I'm like, I want to make art of these Hanafuda cards. So I went to my local crafts store. I just noticed that these aren't quite lined up, but that's fine. That's fine. I went to my local craft store and just bought, like, construction paper. And I'm like, great, I'm just gonna cut everything out and glue it together, not really having a plan. Turns out what I use is I've got a pair of sharp scissors. I have an X-Acto knife for any sharp cuts or any like weird cuts that I need to make. I have a few rulers. I just use Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength glue stick, but like any glue stick should work. And yeah, I just I bring up the art from Wikipedia and try to build it from that. I basically just free sketch some parts of it in pencil, but then cut out. Oh my god. I don't know that this does fit. It's supposed to fit. Am I gonna have to modify this to get this to fit and then glue it in place? Let me grab my tweezers. Oh, right, I picked up a set of tweezers. Did I pick these up for papercraft, or did I pick these up for some? I picked these up for model kit building. Because I first bought it was like a on sale for $6 Gundam. Lowest grade. So it wasn't the best quality. But when I was starting to do stuff on Mondays, I'm like, I want to try model kit building and see if I like it. Alright, I have to force this tail way harder than I think I need to. So I'm not gonna take it back out and glue it in place, because that's staying in there forever. But yeah, I bounced off of model kit building when it turns out that kit isn't... Either something's wrong with the kit, or I had expectations of model kit building that I thought I could, like, pose everything and, you know, like, pose the arms of the Gundam and it'd stay in that pose, but all of the joints of the Gundams are extremely weak. And I decided, nah, this isn't really for me. So then I got into Lego kits. But then I'm like, I still want to be able to make something, so papercraft is definitely... I guess I wanted to... My original reason was just, I want to make artwork of the Hanafuda cards, because I very much like their designs, a lot of their simplicity. Alright, so still need that. The fact that it's like There's no shading, it's flat colors. And solid all the way through. Everything has giant black outlines. But yeah, the tools that I use are just, you know, scissors, a knife for fine cuts, glue. That's it. Pencil. This kit I'm having fun building. This is a blue whale kit that I picked up while I was on vacation in the Seattle area. And I got it so that I could have a blue whale on my set. I also had planned to get like a small Ferris wheel or roller coaster kit or something like that. Because I bought this. For those that don't know, on Sundays I play co-op games with friends, and we just finished playing through Parkitect, a theme park simulator builder. And my brother Glass, who was one of the people playing with us, would always put a whale in the theme park somewhere. It's just a piece of scenery. So I wanted to build this so that I could hide it on my set, basically. There we go. It's 7. So then 8 is where I add the other eyeball. Yeah, this kit's fun. It's very cheap, and I mean, like, this is for, I'm pretty sure this is for like age 6 or something, right? Age 6 plus, yeah. My friend actually got one that is a wombat. And it comes with, or not comes with, it's, you build the small wombat. And then you, as an accessory, build a life-size wombat. Why is my Twitch app not responding? Oh cool, my Twitch app is crashing. Fantastic. Just close it. Open it again. Thank you, Twitch, you're amazing. Or actually, it might just be this tablet. It's probably this tablet. I need a new one. This thing's a piece of junk. It's not a piece of junk. It's a fine tablet. It's just like 8 years old at this point. Hold on. Don't do anything weird, chat. I can't see you right now. App info. I need to force quit an app here. There we go. Okay. Go to my channel. Live. There we go. Alright, I can see you again. Hi again, chat. How are you? Alright, don't be too weird, I guess. Don't be like, I need to take mod actions weird. we go. And then 10. Huh. My hands are getting dirty from this. Oh, it's probably the laser cut. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. Well. Done that. There we go. And now just glue that down. Get that away from the eyeball so it doesn't bleed into there and cause any visual issues. And there we go. I've created a whale. Is that stick in the designated papercraft tools kit? No. It's just a bamboo, not a water stick. It's a bamboo skewer that I started using for model kit building, and I'm going to be using it for... I'm going to be getting another one and using it for applying stickers or decals. One of the stickers in model kits are water slide decals, which don't actually have any liquid adhesive on them. They have an adhesive that's activated by water. So you have to dip the decal in water, wait for it to slip off of the backing paper, and then slide it into place on the model, and then wait for it to dry. Which is very weird and not something that I was used to, so I got a pointed stick. It's like a shish kebab skewer that I cut off the end of. Alright, so yeah, now I've got a whale, and I need to... There are 2 more steps. The water that it shoots out of its blowhole. Okay, so these aren't labeled. This is L2. Yeah, so it's just glue these together and then glue the outside to it. Running out of glue here. I don't think I've been applying a lot of glue, but this 4 ounces, is it 4 ounces? Sorry, 4 milliliters of glue is nearly out. Actually, you know what? Apply this also. L goes on this side. And I'm definitely going to have to scrape off excess glue there. I used a little too much. And it's still sliding all around. Just sit there. There we go. Wait for that to set a little bit. And then that will do it. Which is perfect timing because it's basically 8 o'clock. Alright. Thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, Starbriar, again for that raid. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Coming up on streams on Wednesday, I should press the button. There we go. On Wednesday, I'm continuing my playthrough of Skim, a game where you are playing as a well, everything is hidden. You're playing as a shadow of a man that has been removed from where it should be. I'm no longer connected to the person that I'm supposed to be. So I'm trying to catch up to them. It's kind of a puzzle platformer where you're like a shadow frog jumping from shadow to shadow as if they're puddles that you have to jump through. Okay, this looks like it's started to stick. I can scrape off some of the... Oh, that's definitely not sticking because I feel it sliding under my finger. Alright, just stay right there. I'll hold it by the side and scrape off some of this glue. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I don't know how much longer I have in that game, so that might also continue on Friday. If I'm not playing Skim, if I finished it on Wednesday, then I'll be playing probably Dreamsweeper. I think that's what I have there, right? Yes. Dreamsweeper is a roguelike Minecraft... not Minecraft. Minesweeper adventure game, I guess. And that looks cool. I'm looking forward to playing that. And then on Co-op Sunday, I'm playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with as many people as I can. Currently, I know of 3 people, maybe 4, that will be playing, including myself. So that's 5 total. Yeah, trying to get more friends in for that. So stay tuned for that. And next week on Maker Monday, I will be I'm finally caught up with my backlog of Hanafuda. So I'll be making my Hanafuda for August, because the plan was to make each card before the month. And luckily, August's Hanafuda card, my favorite card out of the whole deck, is extremely simple. It's so simple and beautiful. I think this is going to take like maybe half an hour total. A lot of the time is going to be drawing the lines on the bottom of the card, but I love this art. So that'll be on next week on Monday. If you have any suggestions for things I can do better on my stream, games you want to see me play, anything like that, please let me know. Which one of these was L and which one was R? Right, L was the one that went this way, so this is L. Okay. So then it goes like this. Maybe. It's supposed to fit in here. There we go. And now the whale is blowing water out of its spout. Fantastic. I should totally poke Star to play Mario Kart. Hey, Star. How do you feel about Mario Kart? I don't know. I will consider it. I don't know if I'm willing to branch out from my close friends yet. Maybe. Maybe soon. Probably not this Sunday. Probably maybe next Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Star, I might message you off stream. I really like this whale. I think it is very cute. This is going to live on my set for a while. What haven't I gone through? Thank you everyone for watching. If you want to help me out, you can follow me on Twitch, subscribe to me on YouTube, or follow me on Mastodon. Those are all free things you can do, and they will notify you when I go live on Twitch or when I upload new VOD to YouTube. If you really want to help me out, you can tell your friends about me. If you really, really want to help me out, just watch my stuff, I guess. I mean, like, YouTube keeps shoving the view numbers in my face, so I see it all the time, and whatever. I'm not going to go into how YouTube's metrics, I'm not going to go into it. Thank you again for watching, I appreciate it. I'll see you all next time. If you're watching live, stick around, I'll see if I can find someone to raid. If you're watching YouTube, thank you, leave a comment with the best part about the stream. See you later, bye!